Hi there. I have many things on my desk to do, but do you know what I want to do? I want to work in my wallpaper altered art tag-along project. I'm tagging along with the Crazy Island Studios, Hannah Montana, and I want to comment on that because I think I'm going to still call it my wallpaper uh, altered art tag along project. They were saying, Mary, you don't have to tag along. You're a part of us. And I'm going, yay! You know, that was so kind of people in that group to say that. And they are, I'll put a link to their Facebook group. Claudia Rossi, Crazy Island Studios, created a new Facebook group that is growing. And I have to say, I don't go on Facebook very much anymore, but she may change that for me. That group may change that for me. They made me feel very welcome there. But I do think I'm still going to call this project a tag-along project, not in the fact that I don't feel welcome, because, oh, I do so much, and I thank you for that, everyone. This is not a Hannah Montana book. This is a wallpaper book, and I'm getting inspiration from the Hannah Montana, the people that are altering their Hannah Montana books, and I'm trying to incorporate some of the things. Like their first page was this double page layout, and that's what this is. Their second page, there was a pocket. There's a little pocket on their page layout down here. Well, I didn't have a pocket, so I used a photo envelope here. I'm going to take these out while I'm talking. And then they didn't have a Windows page. My third page was a Windows page, so I deviated a little there. Then the fourth page was like a gusseted pocket up here that had a guitar in it. And I didn't have that either, but I made these DVD windows. Now I'm going to take these things out while I'm talking to you and put them in this envelope, because I'm going to be doing some other things in this book, and I do not want to ruin my CDs. They're still blank. I haven't written on them yet. So I'm going to take these CDs out of the pockets here. This was my fourth page. And I'm going to put them in I make these little envelopes to keep these are actually DVDs. I call them CDs, but I'm going to put them in here. And I have another one over here. And I'm going to keep them separate until I'm finished with this book, so that I don't ruin anything. And I took the tags out because I'm going to flip to a new page, and I need a relatively flat surface to work on. So I'm going to leave this little paper in here. And I'm going to put this in here too. So you all saw where I'm putting this stuff. So if I forget, remind me. And then I'll say, where did I put the envelope? So I'm ready to start on my fifth page layout. But before I do that, I want to talk about this book. It's getting fat. I've only done 4 layouts, and look how fat it's growing in there. So as much as I hate to do this, I'm going to have to remove some pages. And the only consolation that I have is that when I remove pages, I'm going to make an art journal out of them. So I decided that I'm going to remove these 2 pages here. It's just a blank page and a sunflower page. I've already done sunflowers. And then I go to my double page, my first double page layout that I decided that I'm going to leave blank. So this and this will be my fifth page layout. But I'm going to remove these 2, and then while I'm at it, there's a whole group of pages that I've paper clipped here to remove, and most of them are sunflowers. And here's another sunflower and a blank page. Sunflower, blank, well, I call it blank. There's no print. It's just a background page. which is okay, it's pretty. And then we get into this pear apple theme, and bricks, and pear apple, and another, this is what I thought I'd leave in here, because I get to another double page that I'm going to leave in. So I'll have this one, and the back of this one will be my page 6. So I'm going to remove this group. And I'll fast forward through that. While I do that, I have some more to show you, but I'll go ahead and remove these, and then I'll come back and talk to you. Oh, and what did I do? I removed my double page. Well, I'm going to go ahead and remove it since I cut it. I did not mean to cut it, but it must have been faked. I must have meant to cut that. Okay, so that leaves me, this is my first double page, which is very pretty, and it's still in there nice and secure. I didn't touch that. I have some gap in here, but for what I'm going to work on in my 5th page layout, I actually do not mind that thickness being in there. And I think I'm going to leave it there because, see, that leaves me about an inch. In fact, you can see it here if you look. See right here? These right there? Those are the pages that I removed. And that will give me space in my book to add some bulk, and I do have some bulk coming up, 2 or 3 pages. And look at the pages that I removed here. These are going to be a journal, and I don't know if I'm going to make it this way or this way. I'll decide that. I'm not going to get ahead of myself because I want to finish this journal. I get too many things going. And I think I'll probably be removing some more pages from this wallpaper book. So we'll just save this for these beautiful pages. Beautiful, beautiful pages here for another project. Put them in here. I'll have to find a safe place to put them. I'll set them over with my tags. Okay, so now I want to talk about what I am going to do. I'm done with this knife. What I'm going to do on my 5th page layout. And in order to do that, I need to go to another art journal. We did a creative art journaling group last year. I participated in a group. We're not as active this year. There's a few things going on, but not much. But look at this. This is my art journal from last year. And I still want to take this out, and I'm going to rebind these pages in another way. But I want to go to, and I have it upside down, of course. I want to go to my October page, which is toward the end of the year. And I put up a video of my October page, which was I was the host that month, and we did a repeatable designs, and this is my page, my journal page from that, and it was based off of I'll put a link to my video here. It was based off of fabric design and what you would do if you were a fabric designer, and I still want to go back and do more repeatable designs because I'm fascinated with this. Just fascinated with it. Well, I chose to do scissors on my sample page. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Some of the people in the group did not. But, see, here's the page, and what you do is this scissors will match this scissors design, and this will match this. So when you make copies of this, which I did here, and look at, if you make 8 by 10 copies and match them up, you get a repeatable design like if you were doing a fabric design. And this is the perfect size for a poster, like on the Hannah Montana book, how she opens up the poster. So I'm going to use this. I have other, and I can take this and go make another. I have 3 others. 3 others? Here, 1, 2, 1. No, I have 4 others. So I can make, I'm going to use this one, but I can make another repeatable design page like this to put in my art journal. So this is what I'm going to use now in my wallpaper art journal for page 5, primarily for the poster. Let me get this out of the way here because I'll come back to that in another video when I start to actually bind the pages in that book. So let's go to page 5, and this is why I said I did not mind the thickness here. See, I removed several pages out of here, and I've got several page gap, and I'm thinking that I can even put a tab in there. I'm going to have to figure out how. I'm going to have to go back and watch the Hannah Montana videos and see how this poster actually folds out for them, because theirs is a large poster. I might need to put an extension on this, and it'll actually go this way, so it will fold out like, and I'll probably, this is just Scotch tape on the back. I did this in a very quick hurry. I'll probably go back in and put a nice linen tape. I've got linen tape from like needlework. That needleworkers, when they mount, you do a gorgeous piece of needlework like a sampler, and when you take it to a framer to mount it, some framers will actually lace the back of it. You that do needlework, you that do noodlework, you that do needlework understand what lacing means. But also, there's a product out, and I don't have it with me, but it's called linen tape. And some framers will fold the fabric over like that and use this acid-free linen tape to mount the needlework to the back of the mat, the back of the piece that they're mounting the needlework on. But I have some of that linen tape, and I'm going to use that linen tape here and here, and then I'll gesso this, because this is just copy paper. I took this to the copy shop, and this is, I will say, fairly thin copy paper. So I'm going to gesso it too, so it'll be a little bit heavier. But I think when I do that, I want it to fold out like this. So when I actually put it in the book, I think that I'm going to have to put an extension here and fit it into the slot there, actually tape it in there and have that extension come out, probably with my linen tape again. And so the poster will have room to actually fold out. And like this. So I think I'm going to have an extension here. Maybe I'll make it an acetate. I'm just thrilled with playing with this clear plastic acetate roll that I have. So if I put an extension there and attached it to the back of my piece, whatever I painted on my piece would not get covered up. So that's probably what I'll do. So that's where I'm heading with that. So this will be a separate piece until I get ready to actually put it in my journal. That was a mouthful. So there's where I'm going. So you can see I have a scissors theme. You know, as I look at this, when I first did this, I was so into do it. Have you ever been into a piece of art so much that you stared at it so much that you just grew tired of it? But now when I look at this, I was thinking last night that I would alter this and repaint the handles. But as I look at this now, I actually kind of like this. I could put it this way. I think it goes like this. I actually do like this more than I thought I would. So I think I'll just leave. I might put some, when I alter the back, I might distress the edges a little. But yes, I think I'm liking this just the way it is. So I'm going to do on here, and you will see, I'm going to gesso this with my black gesso again, and I'm going to fill a paint writer. I'm going to use the Derice paint writer. I'm not, right now, my thought is that I'm not going to make my own to do this, because these are fairly large pages, and these pages can handle thicker lines. And I have not cut the tip off of this yet, so hopefully I'm going to get out my smaller scissors and just cut a tiny, 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 tiny piece of the tip off to get maybe a smaller line. So I'm going to use white on black, and then I'll have my scissors here. And I know what I'm thinking here. I'm not going to tell you till I get there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the back of this yet. If I'm going to do black, or if I'm thinking I might go to my worn penny. I love this worn penny coppery. Well, this is brown. I love my gold, but I don't know. If I go gold, I'm going to go black on gold. That would look nice, wouldn't it? But that would mean I'd have to gesso it. I could go gold on black. I'll have to think. You'll find out when I decide. So this is going to be another several part video. I'm sure I won't get this all done in one video. So my first step is to gesso. Here's how pages 9 and 10 look at the end of part 1. You can see that I'm choosing a scissors theme. For the center poster, I'm using a repeatable scissors design from a journal page I did last year. The pages are gessoed now, and I'm really ready to begin some fun art journaling. If you've enjoyed watching my videos, please subscribe to my channel. I will see you on the next page, where I will be continuing with the second part of the scissors design in my Wallpaper Altered Art Journal.